Good morning. Evan Carvel-Ziemer writes, "If we lived in another climate, our souls might speak other languages. We might speak oasis or permafrost, dry season or monsoon. But our souls speak spring. Our souls speak green shoots pushing through last year's leaves. Our souls speak flower buds stretching to sun. Our souls speak mud puddle and nest building, damp earth and worm castings, tiny green leaves and frog choruses. We speak spring because spring sings in us. We gather to nurture our faith in our own growing, our own courage to push through, our own blossoming in beauty, our own small part in the spring of this world." Good morning, and let us worship together. My name is Jamie Dingus. I use she, her pronouns, and it is my joy to serve you as your ministerial intern. Thank you once again for joining us for online worship. We are so glad to have you with us. And before we get started, I have some very wonderful and exciting news to share with you. I was able to let you know a few weeks ago that I found a successful match in the ministerial search process. And today I get to tell you where I'm going, but there is a catch. So they are in a slightly different time zone, and they are also announcing today, and technically they're supposed to announce first. So I need you to keep it 100% a secret for the next 2 or 3 hours, just to make sure that they're able to tell their people first. Don't put it on the internet. Don't post it on Facebook. Don't go bothering their Facebook page. We'll just keep it our little secret for now, but likely you'll see an announcement within the day. So here we go. I am just absolutely delighted to let you know that I will be starting my candidating week to go and be the settled minister of the Unitarian Universalist Church in Huntsville, Alabama. And I'm just so excited. They're a wonderful congregation, and I can't wait to be with them in person. And I have 2 weeks of Zoom candidating week that I'm starting, and I'm just really excited and so grateful to be able to share this with you. So thank you, and please keep it hush hush for the next few hours. And now I will let Gail, our worship associate, tell you more about our service this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you all in church this morning. These are challenging times in so many ways. It is a blessing to have this way to continue our connections with one another and to worship together. My name is Gail Page. I am a member of the worship arts team here at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Reading. My pronouns are she and her. Whether you are a new friend or old, in PJs or your Sunday best, I send you a very warm welcome to our virtual space. And if you are feeling a little ragged and fragile about now, as I am, I extend an especially heartfelt welcome. Even though we are physically apart today, we will still have our fellowship hour after service, virtual style over Zoom. It is a great way to stay connected and check in with one another. Find the link to our Zoom fellowship hour on this webpage right below the video. After our service ends, click on that link to enter our fellowship hour. I hope to see you there. Finally, we want you to know that you belong here, whether just for this hour, for many more hours, or anywhere in between. Thank you for joining us. Now, let's take a deep breath together, focus our thoughts, and settle our hearts as we begin our worship service.
Good morning, friends. I'm Reverend Hank Purse, minister of this church. My pronouns are he, him, and his. Will you join me as I light our chalice, saying the words that we say each week? In the light of truth, the fire of commitment, we gather this day. May the flame we now kindle be to us a symbol of the holiness we seek.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mary Cunningham, the music director of this church, and my pronouns are she and her. And I am very excited to bring you the hymn today, which a number of sopranos and altos of the choir helped make. So Jamie will put up the words for "Come Sing a Song with Me," and we'll sing 3 verses alongside some wonderful, talented choir members. Here we go.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
Friends, will you join me in saying our morning prayer? Gracious mystery beyond our understanding, we often appear before you full of ourselves, rulers of our surroundings. And yet, here we are, frightened by a thing so small it can't be seen under most microscopes. It's not an animal or a plant. It's a virus, a mere parasite, dependent on our own living cells to replicate. And yet it has shuttered our schools, canceled our flights, closed our churches. It has consumed our news and the attention of our leading scientists, wrenching our politics out of shape, dominated our conversations, and scared the daylights out of all of us. We don't want to get sick. We don't want to die. We are afraid. Great source of peace, quiet our fears. We are wary, uncertain, and strung tight. So quiet our fears. O God, great and quiet source of peace, quiet us, your anxious ones. On this morning, we keep in our prayers the memory of the Reverend Thomas Michelson, who died just 2 days ago. Thomas served our faith and our churches in Iowa, Brookline, and Cambridge, and was a dear mentor of mine. From our own green cards come some messages. Rich Saltz and Beth and their family would like you to know that they have successfully moved into their new home in Kingston, Massachusetts. They are tired and happy. Brooke Martino shares that a family member of hers has been unexpectedly diagnosed with an aggressive cancer, a relapse that has spread to his brain. And they ask that we hold her family in our prayers as they try to process this information and this heartbreaking prognosis. Another friend shares her concerns for her child who went for a weekend visit to her other parent, but which has stretched now to a 14-day quarantine after the other parent developed a fever. Her joy is that they seem to be without symptoms apart from that one high temp. Nonetheless, she could use some help to remember the message of the Serenity Prayer as she sits in her suddenly empty nest of a house. And lastly, we hold up our friend Jamie, who has blossomed into her role of minister during her time with us. We ask that you grant her mercy and wisdom and calm as she prepares to candidate for the fine people of our sibling congregation in Huntsville, Alabama. This is the mystery beyond our comprehending, that you, architect of the cosmos, that you understand our suffering. Today, you join us as we weep for the brokenness of our world. You lament for the victims of greed and hatred. Today, you grieve for the damage we have inflicted upon your beautiful creation. So we ask for healing grace upon those who are ill, those who are helping them, those who grieve. Give to all of us the resolve needed to ensure a fair world where all her creatures are one. And this we ask in the name of all that is great and glorious and good. Blessed be and amen.
Our reading today is How to Breathe When You Want to Give Up by Cleo Wade. How to breathe when you want to give up. Today, I am breaking through fatigue, fear, and feeling overwhelmed. I breathe because when I breathe, I am reminded that I am alive. I am reminded that to be able to fill my body with air means that I have the ability to keep going. I am reminded that my time on earth may be short, but it can be powerful if I dedicate it to love and fairness. When I breathe, I am reminded of Mary Oliver when she wrote, "Tell me what it is you plan to do with your one wild and precious life." So I breathe and let my breath turn into a smile that says back to her, as much as I can.
Hi friends, I have another hymn for us this morning. It's called Building Bridges. It's number 1023 if you have a hymnal and are keeping along at home. I'm going to share the lyrics on the screen and sing it with you. Please sing with me, and we'll sing it through twice. Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we could make such sweet harmony. Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we could make such sweet harmony. So, I need to let you in on a little secret about me. I'm definitely more crafty than artsy, more pipe cleaners than paintings, more duct tape than DIY. If you saw my broken car mirror this fall in the parking lot, you might know exactly how duct tape I tend to be. And I'm not particularly talented in the little details that take a project from functional to fine. And so it is with quite a lot of surprise and a little trepidation that I have to tell you what I've been up to since I started my quarantine time down in Virginia with my family. And to really explain it, to give you the full picture, I have to tell you about our back porch. We have this room, it's more like a finished room with lots of windows, but it isn't quite heated, so it's really hot in the summer, and in the winter it becomes sort of an extra fridge for pies and desserts around the holidays. It's been the site of many a ping pong battle, a board game night, and as my brother and I have moved to various apartments with different roommates, it has become a furniture landing zone. Different pieces of different stories, different chapters of our lives sort of coalescing in this back porch room. I don't know if you have a room like this, or if maybe years ago you had a room like this, but maybe you can imagine a room like this with futon frames and old dressers, discarded office chairs and vintage suitcases. A little dusty to be sure, but also filled with possibility. There's a point here that I'm winding towards, and that is that over this quarantine, I've set a mission for myself to go through this room, to pull out those pieces that I might want to bring into the next chapter of my life. It's been a time of imagining and evaluating. Well, maybe this could work if we replace that one wiggly leg. Maybe that might match the lamp I have at home. My pride and joy thus far is a 1940s enamel top kitchen table. I repainted the legs from a mixture of different paints I found in another corner of our back porch, and I'm imagining a whole new life for it. And I've been thinking a lot about what happens when you start to go through a room like this. It is that you find more than you bargain for. I look around tables and up on shelves. I didn't know that that was still in there. Things I needed but had forgotten I had. Things that no one needs, broken things and messes that had hidden away just below the surface. I wonder if anyone else is undertaking this kind of project during this time. I think a lot of folks are, or at least thought they would in the first weeks. And I want to say too, that however you are getting through this time is absolutely enough. If getting through this time looks like boxed mac and cheese for the 4th night in a row because it makes everyone in your family smile, that's enough. And if you're getting through by sitting in your car in the driveway, listening to your favorite song, just to have a moment for your own thoughts, that is enough. And if you're getting through by taking 5 walks around your block each day because you need to feel your body in motion, that's enough too. However you are, wherever you are enough, always and especially in these times. But as I've shared, my enough has become this fixation on imagining what the post-COVID-19 future will look like and sorting through what I have, deciding what gets to come with me, what I need to let go of, what could work again with a new coat of paint. If you haven't guessed it yet, this isn't just about furniture. I want you to try it too. If we let it, amidst the suffering and the scarcity and the fear, this could be a time of deep self-reflection, a time to examine the spiritual reserves we each hold, a time to uncover patterns and pain that we might need to work on. Have you noticed new pieces of yourself coming to the surface? Have you noticed old patterns or bad habits or good strategies or complicated memories or enormous strength coming to the surface? We can think of our emotional and spiritual worlds the way we do our living spaces, and we can start sorting and saving and processing and letting go. As I've watched you gather virtually these few weeks and expand your skills, your patience, and your understanding of what community can be, I've seen new pieces of you coming to the surface. I'm so impressed with the ways you show up, the ways you think creatively and make a way through together. Imagine the church we will be when we gather once again. Imagine the church we will be when we gather once again, when each of you have brought this deeper gratitude, this more flexible spirit, this strong-hearted resiliency. So I want you to take some time this week. Start looking around your heart. What are you finding on the inside? Maybe you're finding things in yourself that aren't serving you anymore. Are you finding impatience, anxiousness, despair? These are so valid to feel and so not what we need. Start noticing these parts of your soul that need more attention. But keep looking. What are you finding that you should hold on to and bring into the future? Maybe you've rediscovered something that feeds your soul that you had left behind. What is that spiritual practice, that creative practice, that rekindled friendship that you've found in this time that's giving you new strength? Even if it is just the practice of giving yourself permission to rest. This serves you. You're going to need this going forward. We have been without each other's physical company for 6 weeks now. My hope is that despite the suffering, despite all the struggle this time brings, it might also give you this chance to reflect, to look around your heart, to see what all you have inside, and to find what you need to feel grounded. And of course, that work isn't easy. soul work, spiritual work typically isn't. What might help is to remember that there is no backward after this. There is no returning to the people we were 6 weeks ago. There's only forward now. There's only trying to build the best forward for everyone now. Sonia Renee Taylor, prolific author and activist, writes, "We will not go back to normal. Normal never was. Our pre-corona existence was not normal other than we normalized greed, inequity, exhaustion, depletion, extraction, disconnection, confusion, rage, hoarding, hate, and lack. We should not long to return, my friends. We are being given the opportunity to stitch a new garment, one that fits all of humanity and nature. Friends, we are being given the opportunity to stitch this new garment, to build this new table, to find this new way. Maybe the first glimpse of this change for us is in our physical spaces, the cleaning projects, the sifting and sorting. The second manifestation of this truth, I suggest, is in our spiritual capacity to thrive. Let yourself find those sources of strength, that connection to community, to higher power, to the lush and breathing earth that are going to help you in our new world. And finally, I want to point us toward our greater communities, our systems and spaces and status quos. If this time does nothing else, let it lift away the cobwebs, clear off the shelves, and find those spaces between the filing cabinets where our world has always been so far from normal. This Earth Day weekend, can we commit to remembering how damaged our planet is, how depleted, how raw? And can we choose to notice in this pandemic just how high a level of cooperation and community connection we are all capable of? I think it's going to take this much effort, if not more, to reverse the impacts of climate change. Yet we see glimmers of hope everywhere, in clearing water and returning life. Drastic environmental protection and change is possible, and we now have some tools to do it. Look around in this time. What unfairness, what pain is being revealed? What parts of the old normal can we commit to leaving behind? Friends, don't go back, but go forward. And while you're here in this time, in this unforeseen, horrible, scary, restful place, look around you. What do you need to take from here? What did you have all along, hiding, maybe just needing some shine, some attention, a new coat of paint? What are you willing to bring forward, and what has to stay in the past for the sake of our whole community? Friends, you are enough. You are so very loved. Keep reaching out, and let's build for each other futures worth finding. Blessed be, and amen.
Hi, my name is Allison Sillers, and my pronouns are she and hers. This month, in honor of the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, Green Sanctuary is using our new Climate Action Guide website to suggest ways for you all to take small actions together as families, friends, and individuals. You could start curbside composting, which we'll talk about next week. You could plant a tree or attend virtual Earth Day activities. Find the link to our Climate Action Guide website in the text below this video. This week, we ask you all to take part in a virtual neighborhood cleanup. What do we mean by virtual? Well, we can't all get together as a group to clean one site, so let's all go out near our own homes and clean up safely, keeping our distance. You can do this in a few different ways. You can go out plogging, which means you go out for your usual run or walk and bring a bag and gloves with you so that you can pick up litter as you go. You can trash tag, which is a global social movement in which you choose a location, one that's safely free of other people that needs cleaning, take a before photo and then an after photo on the site and of the bags of litter that you collect. You can clean your yard or your street or your neighbor's yard with their consent, of course, and take a photo of the process or just a photo of all the trash you collect. Families, you can take this opportunity to track with your children all the single-use and plastic waste you find on different days or in different locations. Once you've finished your cleanup, make sure to sort the waste into the appropriate waste streams, recycling, trash, and compost, and upload your video via our Google form. You can find the link to the Google form in the text below this video and also on our Climate Action Guide website. On the form, we ask you to share with us some relevant details, as well as tell us if and how you consent to us sharing the photo. Feel free as well to share your images via your personal social media using the hashtags Great Global Cleanup, plus, if relevant, hashtag trash tag or plugging, and tagging UUCR if you share on Facebook or Twitter. Right now, we'll hear a testimonial from Anique Olivier Mason and her sons Isaac and Lucian telling us about their experience with our in-person cleanup day last year, organized by Allison Martin, and their plans to participate in our virtual cleanup action this year. We can't wait to see all the trash that we can clean up as a group.
Hi, I'm Anique Olivier Mason.
I am Isaac Olivier Mason.
I am Lucian Olivier Mason.
And we were part of the crew that did the Earth Day cleanup last year with UUCR. We did it because we wanted to clean up our town and connect with our community.
One thing I liked about it, and that surprised me, was I found an electrical outlet in the backside of a hill, and it was also surprising that we cleaned 6 bags of trash from the roadside.
We did not expect to fill so many bags at a spot just right next to an elementary school on the side of the road. Hi, I'm Anique. We did not expect to fill so many bags at a spot just right next to an elementary school on the side of the road. It made me notice that there was actually a lot of work to be done right here in our town, which was both sad and empowering about what change we could be a part of. Do you want to say something else, Lucian?
And we found trash bags.
Yeah, we found trash bags, we found household items, lots of stuff. This year we're excited to do the cleanup again, and we'll be sad not to participate with our friends from UUCR, but
we will still be cleaning up after other people and making the world a better place.
Yeah, thank you.
Anique and her boys are 3 faces of our beloved community, giving of their time and talents to fulfill part of the mission of our church, to heal the earth. Another way we can support our beloved community is by offering our treasure. To do this, most of us have made a pledge to give financial contributions on a regular basis. Yet it is our custom to also give a weekly offering during our worship service, as we are able. This weekly offering supports our congregation, and it also supports another organization that serves our world through our Share the Plate initiative. For the month of April, Mothers Out Front is our Share the Plate recipient in honor of Earth Day on April 22nd, this very Wednesday. Mothers Out Front is a nationwide grassroots organization with 20 chapters here in Massachusetts. Members are mothers, grandmothers, and other caregivers coming together to make climate change an issue that our leaders must address. Mothers Out Front works to ensure a swift, complete, and just transition away from fossil fuels and toward 100% clean energy. Our church has a personal connection with Mothers Out Front. They provided much phone and resource support for our successful gas leaks awareness and Town of Reading gas leaks audit article campaign in the fall of 2019. As chair of our Green Sanctuary Climate Justice Group, I am thrilled we are sharing our treasure with this deserving climate action organization filled with passionate, capable, and dedicated souls. During this time of physical distancing, you have a number of ways to give your weekly offering. Use your bank's bill pay feature, mail in a check, writing either share the plate or pledge on the memo line, or access the online offering and pledge option on UUCR's website. If you want to donate through our website, you can find the link on this page below the video. Please give generously as you are able to support the missions of both UUCR and Mothers Out Front. Your donation will be thankfully received. However, if you are new to our church, we do not ask for any donation. We are so grateful to be here to support you. Visitor, old friend, or anywhere in between, we hope you find the sustenance you seek here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sally, and my pronouns are she and hers. And I'm coming in today toward the end of the service with our Time for All Ages. Some of you may remember this little blue planter that I brought to church online several weeks ago. It was one of our first Sundays at home, filming online. And I shared with you that I didn't know how to plant things and grow things very well. And I had taken what I thought was a seed off of a plant I had, and I planted it in this little blue planter. And I wanted to check in with this planter with you every week as we looked forward to something that we could grow together, something that I could bring from what I had here in my life, share with you, and together we could watch something new come as each week changed in these very changing times of ours. And I kept it on a warm windowsill, and I've watered it. And I've been checking it every Sunday, most of the Sundays I showed you. And nothing was happening. And I told my friend about this, that nothing was happening, and that I was feeling really badly, that I wasn't continuing a story with you, that I wasn't coming to a new or happy ending. And my friend said she wanted to see a happy ending come out of this story. And she said that she needed some surprise happiness because there aren't too many surprise happinesses these days, even though we know and hope that more surprise happinesses are coming. And she told me that if I could give somebody some surprise happiness, then I should. So I did. And I share with you this surprise happiness, happy ending to that little blue planter. And here's that surprise that I give to my friend on her birthday. Because you see, today we celebrate Jamie Dingus. It is her birthday. And Jamie, you see, you are our dear one. Jamie started with us 2 years ago. And as it is with our ministerial interns, we always know that it's a short run. They stay with us 2 years, as Jamie did, as they usually do. She made us love her in those 2 years. And all of a sudden, it's a springtime when she's in candidating week. And it is a springtime like no other. She is celebrating a birthday today she could not have imagined just 2 months ago. She leaves us for a bit after worship today to go into candidating with a future ministry that she and her congregation cannot yet imagine. On her birthday today, Jamie is looking forward with hope and creativity and a vision, surprise happinesses that we want to and can hold and share with her. Jamie, today is your birthday. You are our dear one, beloved to us. You are a kind and trusted friend. You are a gentle and steady leader. You are a wise advisor. And you are a creative and courageous minister. You've been ours for a very short time, and soon we're going to share you with your future and your very powerful ministry. But today is our day to happy surprise you. And as is our new tradition, we have lit our virtual birthday cake. And when you make your wish and you blow out this candle, together, wherever we are holding you in our hearts and our spirits, and we are going to sing loud and proud, happy birthday to you, Jamie Dingus. So Jamie, make a wish. And on 3, we're going to blow out this candle together and we're going to sing for you. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jamie. Happy birthday to you. You, Jamie, are our dear one. Go with our love. Go with all that we know is so wonderful about you. And thank you for coaching me into the happy surprise. Because if I treat these right, they're going to stay with me through wintertime. Happy birthday, Jamie.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you all. I'm going to get a little verklempt. Thank you. It is my job now to share with you some awesome ways to be involved in our congregational life this week. As you know, we have our online programming weekly update that's sent out over email that you can check out the whole schedule. But here's some extra special announcements for you. If you still haven't ordered your UUCR t-shirts and hoodies and hats with our UUCR logo, this is your last week to do it, so please place those orders, show some UUCR pride. And as we are in spring and looking towards summer, each summer from the final Sunday in June until the Sunday of Labor Day weekend, we worship together as our summer services. And this summer, Roald Wilson will bring his musical genius and offer a few services, as well as several that will be led by staff, including Reverend Hank. But we also need your help and your gifts during these summer services. If you want to preach, do a reading, share an idea for a service theme, contact Rob Craig Coman through email. And don't be put off by all the fears around producing an online service. There will be folks from Worship Arts to do tech work and assist and support in ways to make sure it's easy and possible for us all to enjoy summer services together. Thank you for taking advantage of that wonderful opportunity. And if you are new to UUCR, we'd love to hear from you. If you need assistance in accessing any online programs, want more information about our congregation, please send an email to Melissa Martin, our Member Services and Volunteer Coordinator. You can find her on our website. And we hope this week finds you well and open to exploring new ways to become more involved in our congregational life.
The next hymn is Soon the Day Will Arrive. It's also called Wait and See, and this was the title and theme of Jamie's wonderful sermon and the message of hope. I love this next song because it's so hopeful. We've got some very hopeful and excited choir members again who worked on a multi-track recording. Jamie's going to put the video up, but you can join us on the chorus. It's very simple. The words are wait and see what a world there can be if we share, if we care, you and me. So if some of you may know it, please sing out. Think of those Italians who open their windows and sing out the windows. So let's hear you all across singing Wait and See.
Soon the day will arrive when we will be together, and no longer will we live in fear. And the children will smile without wondering whether on that day thunder clouds will appear. Wait and see what a world there can be if we share, if we care, you and me. Wait and see what a world there can be if we share, if we care, you and me. Some have dreamed, some have died to make a bright tomorrow, and our vision remains in our hearts. Now the torch must be passed with new hope, not in sorrow, and a promise to make a new start. Wait and see what a world there can be if we share, if we care, you and me. Wait and see what a world there can be if we share, if we care, you and me.
Friends, will you join me in our extinguishing words that we say each week? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts.
Dear ones, wherever you are, get connected. Connect to a family member, a roommate, a pet, or the love of this community reaching out to you. Feel that connection. Hold hope. Soon the day will arrive that we will be together. In the meantime, Look around. See those things around you that you need to bring into our future, and see what needs to be left behind. Care for yourself, care for your community. Breathe deeply and remember that you are enough. Blessed be and amen.